Hey there, I'm Speedy Boy, and this is giving me my review on Gundalian Invaders, which took way too long to make and had so many errors that I had to remake the entire thing. So obviously, sorry that this video is a little bit late. Also, my upload schedule is now changing from Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday to Wednesday and Sunday because lots of things are getting in the way of stuff. So anyways, let's get on to review. So, Bakugan Gundalian Invaders. Firstly, it's the shortest series in all of the Bakugan, because every single Bakugan series so far has had 56 to 52 episodes. However, Gundalian Invaders only has 39. And also, major spoilers ahead, because I'll be spoiling some major plot points throughout all this. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it now. Or, if you like to be spoiled the series, stay here and watch it, if you're weird. So the story of Gundalian Invaders is pretty simple. There's these things called Gundalians, and they want to kill the Nethians. Because, war anime stuff. But actually, the plot is actually more thick than you think. So it starts off in Bakugan in space, and Dan and this character called Ren, who's a new character for the series, end up having a battle which causes a massive explosion, which knocks out Dan and causes him to have hallucinations about Bakugan at war. And then, a little while later, after waking up, Ren explains that he's from a planet called Gundalia, which is being invaded by Nethians, which brings us to the first major thing wrong with this series, the title, Gundalian Invaders. Now, if you have more than at least 2 brain cells, you should know that Gundalian Invaders, they should be the bad guys, right? And Red is a bad guy. So, yeah, that's the first thing that annoys me about the series. So we're already starting into the cons of the series. But anyways, the brawlers, mostly just Dan, Marucho and Jake, mostly believe him. However, Shun doesn't really believe him because he actually has more than 7 brain cells. And they end up fighting these Nethian spies within Bakugan in space. But they actually are just Gundalian spies, and for some reason they're fighting. But yeah. Anyways, then eventually Fabia comes along and tells them, no, you're wrong. We're the ones getting invaded. They're the ones invading us. And they're like, okay, cool. And then they start fighting the Gundalian spies to kick them out of Bakugan in space. Also, while all this is happening, the Gundalians are also kidnapping children. Because that's what any good bad guy does. Kidnap little children. And force them to fight for them. Eventually, after some plot happens, all the brawlers eventually go to Nethia to start fighting for the Nethians and the Castle Knights. Which are the good guys, by the way. Later on in the series also, Jake, the football dude, it's called, American football dude, gets kidnapped and brainwashed by this bitch called Kazurina, who's basically the worst character to ever be invented in Bakugan, and I hate her. And so does my friend, and most of the Bakugan community if they agree with me. Like if you hate Kazurina. Also throughout the series, all of the original spies, so the quote-unquote Gundalian spies, were all killed. Because, for some reason they just decided to kill them. But they didn't actually kill them. They ended up just blowing them up and then putting them in these capsules to brainwash them. And also Darak and Drago are cousins. Or something like that. They're like related somehow. Now, onto the characters. So first we have Dan, Marucho and Shun, who are basically just the 3 main characters of Bakugan. And obviously all their Bakugan, but we won't talk about the Bakugan too much. It's just Drago and an Aquas Bakugan and a Ventus Bakugan. I'll have pictures of them up here, because we're only focusing just the characters. Then next is Fabia. And now, you should probably recognise Fabia, because Fabia is literally my profile picture for literally everything. Don't question why, it's just, yeah. So like, if you see that profile picture, it'll be on my Instagram, Twitter and Twitch, and my anime list. So please do follow them all, because you can see what other stuff I'm doing, like potentially even Twitch streaming. Then we have Jake, the average American football guy. That is in Bakugan for some reason. I don't know why he's here. I think Julie would have been a better option, because Julie actually knows how to fight. And taking basically a noob into a war zone is not the best idea in the world. And then we have Ren. Now Ren, even though he's a bad guy for most of the series, for the second part of the series he does become a good guy, so that's why he's here, and from then on he's canonically a good guy. So Ren, the only notable feature is he's just a Gundalian spy, and to be honest, I don't really like him that much. He's not that good of a character in my opinion. I mean, he does have character development, like actually becoming a good guy and betraying Barodius, but I don't like him. But now, anyways, onto the bad guys, on specifically to the 12 Orders, who I'll let my friend here explain, who's a professional Gundalian expert. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Captain Elright, the leader of the Nethian army. Just forgot to mention him there.
Quick disclaimer, I watched the Serbian version of the anime, so if I pronounce any names wrong, I am not sorry. I'm gonna be describing the villains in the anime, cause I'm one of them, and I watched Gundalian Invaders like 12,000 times. So on to 12 Orders. So the 12 Orders are a group of Gundalians that are the main antagonists in Gundalian Invaders. They all have different attributes. Like the name says, there are 12 of them, because they count the Bakugan too. They're the largest villain group known in Bakugan so far. Nerzak is the only member that is still alive. Each member has special abilities, and now I'm gonna describe each one of the main villains. I'm gonna start off with my favorite characters first. Number 1 is Stoika. This little gremlin was an Aquos brawler in 12 Orders. His partner Bakugan is also Aquos Lithrios. Stoika was the most insane of the group, and he also enjoys annoying his teammates. He's most likely the youngest one in the group, with Erzel probably being only slightly older. Most people in the Bakugan fandom find Stoika very annoying, but I love him a lot. Him and Shadow are the best characters of all time. He is also known to breathe underwater. Stoika is said to have a split personality. When you're nice to him, oh my god, I forgot how to speak, hold on. As I was saying, when you're nice to him, he's fun to be around, but if you do anything to make him mad, he's known to be very cruel. He's very loyal to Barodius, but the reason why is not known, probably because of his personal gain. The only person he gets along with was his Bakugan, Lithrios. Next we have Erzel. Erzel is the Ventus brawler in 12 Orders. He is also the captain of the Gundalian army. His partner is Ventus Strikeflyer. Erzel is the expert of information analysis and is the #1 trainer on the team. He's also a great leader and a tough brawler, loyal to Barodius, similarly to Gil. He doesn't get along well with Stoika, which is very obvious in the anime. Known to be very agile and intelligent. For one, really like Erzel, I put Stoika first because he's the most interesting one. Erzel's personality is mostly a mystery in the anime since he rarely ever talks, and when he does, Gil is always near him. Now to Gil. Gil was the Pyrrhus brawler and his partner is Krakix. He was Barodius' right hand until Barodius replaced him with Kazarina. Like Barodius, Gil threw a tantrum and killed Kazarina. Gil sees Barodius as his older brother as he was brought up by Barodius, because Gil is an orphan. He got no parents. Gil is a calm and patient warrior. He despises Kazarina, which is obvious in the anime. Honestly, Gil, same man, same. Loyalty to Barodius has no limits and he's not easily angered. He's shown patience towards the minor of the 12 Orders, aka Lena and the squad. Lena is the first one that came to mind. Sorry. Now on to the biggest bitch in the entire anime, Kazarina. She was the Chaos Brawler in the 12 Orders. The only thing I like about her is her Bakugan, Lumagrowl. She had a very obvious giant crush on Barodius. The only thing I agree with Kazarina is that Barodius is hot. Kazarina is a mad scientist and a witch, as she was called by the other members. She wants to be Barodius' queen. Girl, that ain't happening because he's an emperor, not a king. Kazarina was tortured by Barodius after Mason escaped. Like Barodius, she's also a Karen. Killed Fabia's fiancé Jin and took, what was his name again? Arnaut, yes. She took Arnaut to be her guinea pig and to experiment on him. Oh my god. I am not speaking well today, my god. I forgot to mention Nerzak. So Nerzak served the royal family of Gundalia for a very long time. Eventually, he realized that Barodius was not the right person to rule Gundalia. He decided to betray him and leave to Nathia and eventually joined the Brawlers. He is a Subterra brawler and he was the late Emperor's right hand.
Okay, so now on to basically the 12 spies. Well, I mean the 6 spies, sorry, not including their Bakugan. So firstly, we have Sid. Sid has the worst name in this series. He also looks like the average American jock.
Friend, just do what you have to do, okay?
Then we have Lena, who looks like a receptionist. Mason, I don't even know how to describe him because he just looks weird. Zenit, here, is just Julie but Gundalian and worse. And then we have Jesse, is the guy who literally read too much Shakespearean literature and classic literature, and that's his whole personality now. That's the only thing I have to say about him. Even his Bakugan hates him for it. Well, not that in particular, but still, his Bakugan hates him. It's kind of funny, actually. So now on to the pros and cons. So firstly, starting with the pros. The pros of Bakugan Gundalian Invaders is definitely way more darker than New Destroyer and Battle Brawlers. I don't know why I like darker anime, but still, it just makes it better. For example, characters actually, like, you know, physically kill each other, like how Gil literally kills Kazarina towards the end of the series.
You need to watch your mouth. Words have consequences, Kazarina.
Another pro of the series, Dragonoid Colossus. Do I have to say more? It's a big fucking dragon. And that itself is a pro. And now the cons of the series. The big con of this series, the title. They could have given it something better. Also, the fights aren't really that good in this series, I think. Because they just rely too much on explosions now, not much of them punching each other. Yeah, I want more punching, because punching is great. And yeah, that's it. There is probably more, but I haven't thought of them. So if you don't like anything about Gundalian Invaders, leave it in the comments below, because I want to hear your suggestions. Obviously, I'm quite biased in this, because this is my favourite series of Bakugan. Despite this stupid title and some small plot points here and there, and, you know, stupidness, this series is definitely a 7 out of 10 from me. And also, if you want to see me review Mechatinium Surge, or whatever the hell you say it, I'm not going to do it because I don't like that series, that's all. So, I don't know, unless this video gets like 700 views, I'll review Mechatinium Surge. Otherwise, you know, back to normal anime content, because that's fun. Anyways then, goodbye.